where we are going to speak to a tech company founder who has just written a book on the UAE's resilience during the current conflict. Very pleased to be joined this morning by Augie Fabela II, founder and chairman of VEON. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Brandy.
And your book, Tenacity, if you are watching me on the tube of you right now, you will see that I'm holding up a copy of it, looks at UAE leadership during the conflict. And in fact, if I look at the publishing house on the spine, Tom will recognise it. That's our alma mater, Motivate Publishing, that has put that together for you. You are in mobile technology, digital services. Why did you want to write this book?
So I was here for the first 31 days when the conflict began, and I was so impressed with the resilience, the decision-making, and what I call the tenacity of the leadership. I wanted to tell the world I saw what was happening because I was here and I saw what was being reported, and there was a big disconnect. And I wanted to express there's a big disconnect. Things are great. Opportunities are great. The leadership, the decision-making, which is what drives any macroeconomic development, was fantastic.
When you say a gap, you mean between the way the world's media was reporting what was happening
100%.
And what you were living out?
100%. And I've seen that many times. 35 years, I've worked always in frontier markets. I've been through many war zones, many conflict zones, many disaster zones, and there's typically a gap, but not one as wide as I saw here.
What struck you most about the response?
Speed of decision-making, preparedness. They were prepared. This country was prepared. They did not just improvise into a good solution. They knew what they were doing. They were calm. Day one, I was at the Super Saturday races. The ruler of Dubai was there too. Literally, there's showing that confidence is awesome.
What about communication, which I know is a big part of this book?
Incredible as well. Communicated with the business leaders. The leadership brought together the top 300 business leaders, communicated what was happening, and more importantly, they asked, what can we do for you to ensure everything continues? Huge focus.
Speaking of focus, you are running a NASDAQ-listed company. You've just reported in the last couple of days your quarterly earnings. You've got more than 150 million customers. Where have you found the time to write a book analysing a nation's response to a conflict that's only been going for a couple of months?
First of all, during the conflict, I was sharing my views, doing a lot of posts, a lot of articles and interviews, so I had a lot of source material. When you have a passion for something, you find the time. I was passionate to tell the story. I had a unique perspective that I thought could be valuable to share with the business community, and so I just made the time. Okay.
And I know the man behind this publishing
Ian, wonderful
company.
Man.
He has employed both Tom and myself previously, which just shows that he's got excellent taste. Did he approach you or did you approach him?
I went to him. In fact, I went to him and I said, look, I have this idea. I have this book I've written already. I need to fast track it because it's relevant to document the first 31 days now. He said, I can fast track it, no problem, 2-3 months. I said, Ian, I'm talking 2-3 weeks, not 2-3 months. And we got it done. Within 30 days, we went from done to published. We're doing our launch this afternoon together with Ian in Abu Dhabi. So he recognized and rose to the challenge.
And you've got some pretty high-profile backing behind it. I found out about it because I got an email from the former managing director of the World Economic Forum. But you've got an even bigger name who has put the forward to this book.
A very visionary and dear friend of mine, His Highness Sheikh Nahyan.
You call it a case study. What can business leaders learn from it? What do you want them to take from it and actually implement?
We moved our company here a year and a half ago, and when you set up and pick a place, you actually set up and pick a place. If you, especially are a global business, and you have to know that you have leadership and an economy that is responsive, that communicates, that is transparent, that can actually make decisions. I have never seen decision making like I've seen here from a government, from agencies. Across the board, and that reliability and that partnership that they have to advance what you need to develop the economy, that's what you should take away from what's happened in the last 2 months that not only was alive and well, it amplified. They took it to another level, which is extraordinary.
And what's particularly interesting is, I mean, if I think back to my university economic lessons, what you're taught is that the private sector is usually more responsive and faster than the public sector. It's the reason that we have privatizations around the world of things like railways. And if you're British, you may have questions about that. Why do you think it is sometimes the other way around here?
It's just in the DNA, the vision from day one from Sheikh Mohammed. I mean, he's set a culture. In culture, in business, we know this in business, right? Setting the culture is everything. And that culture has been set from, 50 years ago, and it continues. And there's a desire to learn, there's a desire to excel, there's a desire to do more, and that continues. But I can't even emphasize enough the velocity in decision making. I call it the decisions at the speed of need. I mean, they pulled it off. I mean, every decision that had to be made, it was done within days or hours. And that's what inspired confidence in everybody to know that this is continuing. This is not a long-term thing that is going to make decisions for a business be different. On the contrary, it gives you the confidence that they can handle anything, and we're in a good place.
Right, well, and so's your book by the look of this #1 Amazon bestseller sticker that is on the front of it. So clearly your pre-launch sales has gone well. Good luck with the launch today.
Thank you.
And I presume available from all good bookshops, etc., etc.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Augie Fabela II, founder and chairman of Vion and author of Tenacity, the UAE's finest hour, a book analysing the UAE leadership response and the business lessons from it, from the conflict. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Randy.